Saint Hilary, Bishop of Poitiers, January 13th. A learned bishop in 4th century Gaul steadfastly defends the full divinity of Christ against imperial pressure and Arian heresy, enduring exile for his confession. A heads up in the spirit of transparency. Please be advised that this content may include exile persecution. Saint Hilary, Bishop of Poitiers, was born in Pictavium, Gaul, around the year 315. His family was prominent and held influence in society. He received a thorough education in rhetoric and philosophy, mastering the intellectual currents of his time. Despite his learning, Hilary found the teachings of paganism and Neoplatonism insufficient for the profound questions of existence and truth. He embarked on a diligent search, which led him to the Holy Scriptures. Within the sacred texts, Hilary encountered a revelation of God that transcended his previous understanding. He was deeply moved by the declaration of God to Moses, where God states, "I am who I am," recognizing in it the self-existent, eternal nature of the Creator. Further, the prologue of the Gospel of St. John, which speaks of the word's divinity and its role in creation, illuminated for him the mystery of Christ. Through this reasoned study and spiritual encounter, Hilary became convinced of the truth of Christianity. He was baptized, along with his wife and daughter, dedicating his life to the confession of Christ. Around the year 353, the people of Poitiers recognized Hilary's virtue, wisdom, and devout faith. They elected him as their bishop. This was a testament to his spiritual maturity and his commitment to the church, even though he was a married man, a practice common in the early church. As bishop, he immediately dedicated himself to guiding his flock in the true faith, upholding the apostolic tradition he had embraced. The church in the 4th century faced the challenge of the Arian heresy. This teaching denied the full divinity of Jesus Christ, asserting that the Son was a created being, subordinate to the Father. The heresy gained significant influence, particularly through the support of the Roman Emperor Constantius II. Saint Hilary stood firm against this doctrinal error. He refused to yield to imperial pressure and would not condemn Saint Athanasius of Alexandria, a steadfast defender of orthodoxy. Hilary's unwavering stance for the truth led to his condemnation by bishops who leaned towards Arianism at the Synod of Béziers in 356. The emperor subsequently exiled him to Phrygia, a region in modern-day Turkey. Hilary's exile, though intended to silence him, became a period of profound theological work and spiritual growth. Separated from his flock, he used this time to immerse himself in the writings of the Eastern Church Fathers. Through diligent study, particularly of Origen and Saint Athanasius, he gained a deeper understanding of Greek theology and the nuances of the Trinitarian doctrine as expressed in the East. It was during these years that he composed his most significant works. His masterpiece, De Trinitate, on the Trinity, consists of 12 books. In this comprehensive work, Hilary systematically refuted the Arian arguments, demonstrating the full divinity of the Son from the Holy Scriptures. He articulated the orthodox doctrine of the Holy Trinity, affirming the Son's coessentiality, homoousios, with the Father, in accordance with the decisions of the First Ecumenical Council at Nicaea. This work served as a foundational text for understanding the Trinity in the West. He also wrote De Synodis, on the Synods, a historical and theological explanation addressed to the bishops of Gaul, Britain, and Germany. This text clarified the various councils and creeds of the Eastern Church, fostering a unity of understanding between East and West in their common struggle against the Arian heresy. The Arians in the East eventually found Hilary's presence to be a persistent challenge to their influence. His theological arguments and steadfast witness were too potent. They petitioned the emperor to send him back to Gaul, hoping to remove him from the Eastern theological landscape. In 360, Hilary returned to Gaul, where he was received with honor by the faithful. He immediately began the work of restoring orthodox belief and practice. He presided over the Council of Paris in 361, which condemned Arianism and deposed Bishop Saturninus of Arles, a leading proponent of the heresy in Gaul. St. Hilary spent his final years working alongside St. Martin of Tours, further strengthening the Church in Gaul and ensuring the firm establishment of orthodox doctrine. He reposed in peace in the year 367, leaving a legacy as a doctor of the Church and a steadfast confessor of the true faith.